Roger John Madden Juanito from Asheville, North Carolina. I am standing from within the Haywood Respite Center, part of Haywood Community Congregational Church, which is a respite center, serves the homeless community of Asheville, which I am one at this point, have been, especially with medical considerations, which I also have going for me right now. And as you look west here, there's an incredible view. That's through 240. And out in the distance, I think shrouded behind clouds right there is Mount Pisgah, which is the highest mountain viewable from as you look west. And beyond it is a higher mountain, which is obscured by it, which is Cold Mountain. And when I lived in Asheville at one point, I had a little house out in the mountains in Haywood County that my entire western view was Cold Mountain. It took up the whole view. So this means a lot to me as I come back here after being gone for 5 years. I want to tell a story because I am embedded at the heart of the homeless community here in Asheville about my first non-professional encounter with a homeless guy, or one of them. I was a clinical psychologist, so I worked in hospitals and dealt with schizophrenic people sometimes, not mostly, but sometimes. But this was non-professional. It was about 35 years ago on the north side of Chicago. At this point, I was working for AT&T and had one of the early cell phones because I worked for the cell phone company. I got them early. And I was walking down the street on the north side of Chicago talking on my cell phone, but back then, that would have looked to most anybody like I was talking to myself because cell phones were not so predominant. And on the other side of the street, there was a guy who was schizophrenic, probably, talking to himself. And he looked across the street and saw me talking to myself, and he said, "Wow, kindred spirit." So he smiled and waved to me. Well, I will always regret my response, but it was a teaching for me because I pointed to my phone. And when he realized I was not kindred spirit to him, he hung his head and just kept trudging down the street. So I've always felt terrible. I had a chance to bond with a schizophrenic guy and missed it. But as I told Penny, who's working here tonight, these days I don't miss a chance. And I'll attach a link to my video where I talk about me and Andrew, where I did not, Andrew is not schizophrenic, but he's homeless. And I didn't miss a chance to bond with him. Try not to miss a chance to assert the fact that nothing human is alien to me and that I have connections with all people. Okay.